achievement of India's industrial sector during the first 7 plan are impressive indeed. So after independence, due to the goal of 5-year plan, industrial sector was given more focus. Hence, the development of industrial sector, or let's say the achievement of industrial sector in the first 5 or first 7 plans were impressive. The proportion of GDP contributed by industrial sector increased in the period from 11.8% in 1950. So in 1950-51, it was 11.8%. That is the contribution of industrial sector to GDP. So industrial sector contributed 11.8% to the entire GDP. But in 1990-1991, they contributed 24.6% to GDP. So there was actually an increase of some 13 to 14%. So this was an achievement for India. Now, the rise in industry sector of GDP is an important indicator of development. That means if industries of a particular economy are developing, that means the economy is also developing. So increase in industry share to GDP was actually an indicator that Indian economy is developing. There is some development happening in Indian economy. Now the 6% annual growth of industrial sector during the period is commendable. So every year industrial sector was gradually increasing by 6% and hence it was an achievement for India. Now, no longer was Indian industries restricted largely to cotton, textile and jute. In fact, the industrial sector became well diversified by 1990, largely due to public sector. Now, when we talk about Indian industries, India only had cotton and jute industries. But no longer industries were limited to cotton and jute. Industrial sector became well diversified by 1990 and many different types of industries were set up in India. And it was all because of the efforts of the government and the 5 years plan. Now the promotion of small scale industries also gave opportunity to those people who did not have large capital but they wanted to do some sort of business. Hence, the promotion of small scale industries gave opportunities to those people who did not have capital to start large firms to get into business. So, if any person would have limited amount of capital, he was encouraged to start a small scale industry which would be sufficient for him to survive or to earn money. This was also a benefit in developing the rural areas of the country. Protection from foreign competition enabled that the Indian companies are growing and goods are produced more in India and sold within India. So, protection from foreign competition enables the development of indigenous industries in the areas of electronics and automobile sector which otherwise could not have been developed. Now, thanks to the government at that time that they gave protection to Indian industries by imposing tax on imported goods and quotas. And due to that, the result was Indian industries in the areas of electronics and automobile was developed, which was actually impossible if import would have continued.